Good morning to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another Sneaker Talk video, the series where I cover the latest sneaker releases, I cover the latest sneaker news, and of course, in the series, well, I just discuss anything to do with footwear in general. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be covering everything to do with an upcoming collaborative release. What I'm going to be covering is everything to do with the Supreme and Nike collaboration that is set to release for week 2 of Supreme's Spring-Summer 2024 collection. But before I start covering everything that is releasing in this collaborative drop for week 2, I've got to thank you guys once again, because you guys have come through and helped the channel reach a new subscriber milestone this month, and I just want to show my appreciation to you guys for constantly supporting the channel. So in the past couple uploads, I asked if we could hit the subscriber milestone of 3,820 subscribers before the end of February. You guys said, no drama, no problems, we got you covered, Daniel, and have a look at that. We managed to hit 3,820 subscribers. So I wanted to take a moment out of the video to thank both the public and private subscribers for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the support. Thank you for helping me reach 3,820. I'm going to set the next subscriber milestone to be 3,825 subscribers. We've got basically a week until the end of February. I think with your guys' continuous support, we'll be able to reach that milestone before the end of the month. Okay, now we can start talking about this week 2 collaboration, guys. And this week 2 collaboration has got me thinking, do I even do a drop list video for week 2? Because all that is releasing in week 2 is this sneaker collaboration. No apparel, no clothing, no nothing. I've checked Supreme Community's page, I've checked all these other pages. Apparently this is the only thing dropping in week 2, which I can only imagine like how much money would have had to be spent to get Supreme to only drop this for their second week of this season. I can only I'd love to know the dollar figure. Like, that would just be crazy. But yeah, it's a pretty big move though, because then it's solely relying on week 2 to be an absolute success with this sneaker collaboration that we're going to be covering today. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you that context as well though, just in case you're waiting for the drop list video for this week. It's probably not going to happen in that regard. But yeah, well, let's get into it. Let's cover basically all of week 2 in this video today. We'll cover the release details for this sneaker collaboration, all the official images, the editorial and individual product photos as well, and my thoughts and opinions on the collaboration as a whole. We'll be using a HYPEBEAST article to cover all those details today. Let's head on over to that article now, and we'll start covering the release details for this collaboration. So here we are at the HYPEBEAST article that we're going to be using today, guys. I'll link it down in that description section below if you want to check it out yourselves. But we'll quickly cover the release details for the collaboration, and then we'll dive into the individual photos. Now, there are 2, I guess, editorial photos, and then the product photos follow, but I don't feel like we need to break that up this time because there's only 5 images in total. It would be a little bit different if we had like 10 editorial photos and then 10 product photos to break it up, but because there's only 5, I think we'll just cover it in one shot there. But yeah, the release details. So Supreme and Nike are collaborating together to work on a Air Max DN silhouette. They are working on that for this week 2 release. It's set to release on February 22nd at Supreme's online and in-store locations, both for the US and the UK and Europe. Following this, on Saturday, it'll be releasing in Japan and Korea, 11 AM Japanese Standard Time in-store and online, and I assume 11 AM Korean Standard Time in the Seoul location there as well. But if you have any further questions on when and where it's dropping, let me know. I don't know if there's going to be a I don't know if there's going to be a release on Nike's online stores. You'd probably just have to hold out and see if that's going to be the case. But I think if you want this collaborative sneaker, definitely go to Supreme's releases. It's interesting though. It's very interesting to block out a whole weekly drop of this Supreme season for this release. It's a pretty big move. Let's have a look into it though and see how this sneaker kind of shapes up and see if it's worth blocking out a whole Supreme week for it. So here we are, the Air Max DN in collaboration with Supreme. Look, I think the Air Max collaborations that we've seen in the past with Supreme are more my flavor. I think they're more interesting. This one to debut, from what I know, a new silhouette, because I'm unsure if the Air Max DN has been released before, and it would make more sense than if it is a new silhouette, and that is the reason why they've blocked out a whole week for it, to make this like grand debut, if you will. How do I feel about it? They've done a good color offering for it, because in the past Supreme has done horrible color options for their sneaker collaborations. I don't think anyone can dispute that. There have been some horrible colorway options for their sneaker collaborations. They've done a good color offering. The branding is in your face and loud, but that is something that is very apparent in this spring summer 24 season. So yeah, the colors are fine. The model looks okay. I actually like a lot of the pieces this season. Wish that the branding was more low key, because the model itself, I think it's fine. I think it has its own market, its own style, and there are definitely some certain styles that I could see that could work very well with this. But it's just that massive Supreme logo across the top of it there on the upper is just, like, it's either going to be hit or miss for you based on that, right? Like, for me, it's a miss, because I don't like shoes with like just a massive text branding on the side of them. Like, logos and stuff are fine, but when it's text and it's just bam, straight in your face, yeah, I don't know about that one. It looks like it's also got some branding in the tuned air bubbles in the back there. We'll see if we can, yeah, it's not overly visible, I guess. You can kind of see it on the outside there. Maybe it's more apparent on the outside, but yeah, okay. Again, the branding in the bubbles. If anything, could we scrap the branding across the top and just keep the branding in the bubbles? I feel like that would have been really cool. It would have been like, oh yeah, okay. Or, hear me out, keep the branding in the bubbles, keep the branding here, but make it tonal. Make the knit itself on the upper move and be, I guess, positioned to spell out Supreme, instead of Supreme just being whacked on the side of it there. You know what I mean? I feel like a more subtle approach in that way is a lot more fun, because they've done things like that in the past where they've changed the upper design to spell out Supreme, where it's not overly obvious until you like step back and you look at the design, you're like, oh, that says Supreme. That's really cool. Here, it's just like, boom, in your face. Which, like I've expressed, I'm kind of like, not for me, not for me. It's cool that it's got some reflective detailing on it as well. I suppose that's a positive. I mean, I have nothing against it. Some do, or some might, but I don't. But yeah, all in all, it's okay. I wish the branding across the top was a little bit more subtle, but that's all I really have to add about it. Good color offering, I suppose. Interesting that they didn't go for more colors though. They've just got the one, but I'd love to hear your guys' takes. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Is it for you? Are you going to pick it up when it drops for week 2? Let me know how you feel about this collaboration down in that comment section below. And that's everything there is really to cover about it, guys. It's releasing on the 22nd of February or the 24th if you're in Japan or Korea. We're getting one colorway of this model. How do I feel about it? To summarize it, the model's fine. Wish the Supreme branding was a little bit better. I wish it was incorporated into the design. The color offering is good, which was quite rare for Supreme to do something like that. Only one color though. which was surprising, I might add. I thought they were going to do like a white color, or and then throw us some like really in your face, like very bright color or something like that as well, you know, make it 3 or something like that. But no, yeah, just one. At least it's a very versatile option, I suppose. The Air Maxes though, a lot of the stuff that I wear these days, and if anything have just worn over the past like 10 years, probably doesn't go too well with the Air Max model, just because like it's a super chunky silhouette. So if I was to wear something like this, I'd have to greatly expand my wardrobe to have like more wider fitting pants, yeah, more wider fitting silhouette stuff in general as well. I feel like I could probably get it covered with a jacket, but I think I'd need different pants that I currently don't have to wear this type of model. And I don't think Supreme and Nike are gonna make a size 16 US for me. Just a feeling though. I mean, it would be pretty insane if they were to make one for me, but that's just not gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, that's probably everything I've got to add about it, guys. I'd love to hear if you're gonna pick it up or not, because, you know, maybe you're a huge Air Max fan, maybe you really like this collaboration. I'd love to hear if you're gonna be picking it up when it drops in week 2, down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering upcoming collaborative sneaker releases, Supreme releases, streetwear releases, you know what I'm going to ask you for. I'm going to ask you for the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator you can give me is a subscribe to the channel. As mentioned at the start of this video, we're trying to hit the subscriber milestone of 3,825 subscribers before the end of the month. Hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we'll be able to reach that milestone before the end of February. But that's everything I really need to say about this collaboration. I do wish you the best of luck if you are going for this collaboration. I hope you're able to pick up the only color in the size that you're after. So until the next sneaker talk video, until the next Supreme video, until the next streetwear talk video, guys, I'll catch you later.